Hello, what? Oh, hold on, wait a second. Hold on. Wait a second. There we go. We were still in peak mode. Also, Eddie, you said that, I sat there for a moment and I was like, I could pivot to peak, and I highly, highly considered it. If it wasn't, like, when you expect, like, one thing for food, so even if you really like another thing, your brain is already committed to the first thing. Like if someone says they're gonna bring you a burger, and then they show up with like your favorite Chinese food. It's your favorite thing, but like in your head you were expecting burger, so now like it's hard to like that's where my head was at, basically. I was like, I would have played Peak, but also I was trying to decide if I could like get my
mentally pivot.
Yeah, I was like the problem is my brain is already like it's decided. It's already it's in the headspace. Peak and Blueprints have a very different mouthfeel. Queen, Gigi on first, Math, Grub. I hope everyone's doing well today. I'm kind of tired, actually. I was thinking that, like, maybe I should have done, like, big hops. But basically for the whole same reason, like I kind of just decided earlier, I was like, I have enough time that we could do some blueprints. And that might not be the best idea, but I don't care. Already decided. Wait, is that a party hat on the menu? Kind of like a party hat, yeah. One of those little like party hats. RuneScape? I know nothing about RuneScape. I could tell you nothing about RuneScape and RuneScape party hats. What? How? I mean, I could make up stuff about RuneScape. I can't say that it looks like a RuneScape party hat because I don't know what a RuneScape party hat looks like. Those are only released on a single Christmas in 2001 or worth tens of billions of gold now. I had items in Gaia that were like that back when I played Gaia. Because they used to do like every month they had like one-time release items or whatever. And I had a bunch of ones that were from like the first like year of it, the thing of like them doing that. It looks like the crown on the menu. This is like what, second-hand knowledge, third-hand knowledge? I don't remember. The problem is like me seeing this in RuneScape, I would then be able to say, yes, I can do that like from a like firsthand experience. But me just being told that it looks like that, I think at best I could say I've heard that it looks like the rune. Like I can't go off of, you know, a source so removed to confirm that it looks like the RuneScape party hat. I can't. I wouldn't. People do that all the time. I don't. So that's not even entirely true. I say I don't. I try not to. There is a whole thing though. It wasn't until like, I don't know, I was in college or something that I realized I didn't like basing things that I knew on things that I didn't like ever verify myself, like I was told. So basically anything from before then, there's like so many things that I believed these things to be true my whole life, and I only found out like way later that like the person that told me the thing was just incorrect, so I believed an incorrect thing, but I believed it with conviction. And like I think one of the there was one point where something that like my dad told me I've just always believed, and then I found out that was wrong, and I was trying to figure out why I believed it, and I think I finally narrowed it down to it was a thing that my like dad would always say or something like that. And then I asked him, and I was sure, like I asked him about it. Well, I just asked him the thing, like, and sure enough, he gave like an answer that indicated that he also had the wrong information on it. And so then I was like, yeah, that's not actually true. Like that statement, that's just not true. I don't remember what that even was about, but so I have tried to not like, I've tried to not do that. What the hell? We're getting dumpered by Minish. We're getting just dumpered by Minish. We really got to set up. I should set up. I don't know if with Stream Elements, but I could set up a chain of commands. Like, it would be fun to set up a series of messages, though. Like, you could do a command. Well, okay, so Matt, Sammy could definitely do it, but I currently don't use Sammy at all. And I'm gonna have some time off soon. When I have my time off, I'm gonna try to get Sammy working again. Basically, all right, here's some streamer homework insider planning in knowledge. So in the first week of May, the first week of May, I'm taking some time off of work. And so that during that time, there's a handful of things I want to do. But one of the things that like I've been planning on doing for a while since I knew I was taking that time off is getting the tuber situation fixed. I would like to get my original setup working again, which was using LandyTube and Sammy. However, I do have a backup plan, which is if I'm not going to spend a ton, like, I'm going to spend maybe a couple hours trying to get that working. If I still cannot get it working again, after a couple of hours, then I am going to abandon Sammy and probably use StreamerBot. I know a lot of people use StreamerBot, but I've never wanted to use StreamerBot because I use Sammy, and like, those are two very similar things. So it was like, why use one when I have the other, kind of thing. I will say, I didn't originally think I was ever gonna like care to switch away from Sammy, but the recent developments with Sammy have also left me like if I stick with Sammy and LandyTube, then I need to stick with like an old version of Sammy. Like I can't update Sammy anymore. The newer versions of Sammy are pretty garbage, and they're made in a pretty not great fashion. So like that's why like, you know, the Sammy, like most of the people that were working on Sammy abandoned the project. So like, you know, there's that. But I like the idea of having what I was using working, you know, using the version of Sammy I was using and getting LandyTube to work again. And then having the setup that I did have, because I did like my setup. And technically I can still like make additions to that setup without needing to like worry about the updates or anything. But yeah, if I cannot get that working, then we will switch up. I'm probably going to switch to Honk, the one that Ratleg uses, because as far as I know, it can support what I currently do, more or less. The things that LandyTube let me do that I really liked, and it's one of the major reasons of me using LandyTube, is things like outfits and accessories and stuff. There's a lot of people that use like PNG tubing that, you know, they might use like an external thing for like hats, but the hats are not like connected to the tuber, right? Like you'll see a lot of people where they might have a redeem that puts a hat on their tuber, but the hat doesn't like move with the tuber. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So like LandyTube, any hats we put on, anytime I did something like that was with us. And it wasn't like, it's not like I had to remake all the frames. Technically, you can do that with any software if you're willing to remake all of the frames that you create, but that's terrible. Not at Peepus specifically now. Like, there's a lot of people that use systems like that, where they have a tuber and then they have something else to put the hat over, but those two things aren't connected. Like that's literally like one of the major reasons that I went with LandyTube, because of like my own personal like not liking that. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if there's any other PNG tuber software that actually supports that kind of system, like LandyTube did, because that was one of like the selling points of LandyTube, so to speak. Like in part, Landy was commissioned to create LandyTube to have some of these features that like didn't exist in other software. And then it being like a Sammy plugin meant it was not too difficult to add like additional external features down the road. Admittedly, I was kind of holding out because I know that Landy started working on a new project. They were gonna make like a new, like a completely ground up new tuber program, but from when I was talking to them a bit, when my tuber software broke, it doesn't sound like that's in any time soon kind of thing. Like, it sounds like Landy software is like very in the future still. The latest new software. Like our own, you know, just saying, like, we could probably get this. Ruddy was actually asking me about that the other day. Ruddy was like, "What happened to your other tuber?" Because Ruddy didn't actually know or didn't remember, and so I was talking about it, and he was like, "I feel like I could make replacement software." And I mean, he has made some image related software before, but I was like, I don't know, it seems like a lot of work for something that I can find an alternate solution for, like. But admittedly, honestly, at least unless things have changed, I do think there's still room. There's very much room for full-featured tuber software to exist. Like full-featured PNG tubing software that allows for things like costumes to be easily done. As much as I liked LandyTube's costuming stuff still actually had a bit of a setup that was a little tedious, and it didn't need to be. It could have been done in a way that was more user friendly. One day, hope to commission a full PNG tuber. Probably get some extra hats. Yeah. Queen, I can't wait for more Queen streams in the future. I know you got like would sometimes get like weird feeling like in some streams. I can't think of the word that I want. But I like hanging out in Queen streams. I think I do feel a bit bad because I would sometimes lurk in streams while streaming, but then I wouldn't really chat in the streams. Started on before, so I can have access to high quality 3D VTubing software on Linux, since basically there wasn't any that existed. On one hand, I'm surprised, but on the other hand, I guess I'm not. I'm like, well, it feels like usually there's a Linux version of anything. But I realize now that, well, no, it's still surprising. There's so many like people that feel like they would be into tubing in some way, shape, or form that would also be very Linux oriented. I know some of the like a lot of tubing stuff is Apple, like is like Mac related. At least there's stuff that wants an iPhone. I don't know. I know when Film Cow was creating Vulo Libs, which is their tuber channel. Vulo Libs, like Jason specifically bought a bunch of like secondhand iPhones because there's software that specifically needs iPhones in like their camera features to get like some of the best capturing for it. And he was like, well, I'll get this to get set up. And I don't think he normally uses an iPhone, but then he wanted to also have like a backup one. So I thought that was very funny. Most of the streaming software ecosystem is very Windows focused, yeah. Yeah, that's what they were saying, is that like the there's so much software that is like, it's kind of like how there's a lot of web-based software that requires a Chromium browser. Like you know, a lot of people that use streaming closed captions and stuff, that the like major backbone to that is a thing that was only written to work in a Chromium browser, just does not work outside of Chromium browsers, which I dislike as a person that does not use a Chromium browser and has no interest in using one. But yeah, it just seems like a lot of the really powerful tracking stuff has been very much tied to iPhones and their cameras, and like it, part of it is their camera hardware being very good, but the other part of it is literally just things that have been created for that setup. Like they're just like you can't translate them to another thing because somebody would have to do that. Now, all right, Minish, Etty, you're both gonna need to start working on new software. Maybe come up with a program that is maybe it can be both. Maybe it can be like how Unity, even the 2D stuff is technically in 3D. Like maybe it can be VTuber software, but it can be a Godot app, and maybe it can be um like PNG friendly. And then yeah, probably gonna have to do some really fancy techniques. Like surely there's gotta be a way to use like really low quality imaging to do tracking. Like what if we're willing to accept that tracking doesn't need to be perfect, because it's fine. It's fine if it's not perfect, right? Surely I've read about like some really fascinating some really fascinating techniques of reading image data. So probably figure it out. And then make it Archipelago integrated. Just imagine somebody sends you your ability to blink, or somebody sends you a hat. Just make just a whole Archipelago integrated one, because that would just be fun. You start up stream for an event and your tuber is just like a spirit, missing flesh, missing everything. I think this is a good idea.
Horrifying.
It would be horrifying. Well, at first I was gonna say naked, then I realized that would be a problem. So, don't worry, we won't have like nude. We won't have nude tuber. We'll have fleshless tuber. Just the bones. Just the bones. Heck, you randomizes your skin. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. iPhone has a bunch of hardware specifically for detecting certain muscle groups in the face. Amazing. Terrifying. Yeah. I don't know. What, oh my god, like 8 days. My time off starts in 8 days. That's so exciting. That's right around the corner. Oh my god. How is the month already so close to being over? But yeah, so just over a week. I'm gonna work on getting the tuber situation updated. I'm trying to not plan too many things, because a thing that I do every time I take time off is I say, oh, I'm gonna do all of these things. And I come up with stuff that would take way more time than the amount of time I have off. And it doesn't include, like, the fact that I'm taking time off. I want to, like, do nothing on at least one day, you know? Like, one of the first days I have off, I would like to maybe, like, go out to the park and sit on a bench for an hour or something, which doesn't sound exciting, but that sounds great to me. Like, I wanna do a little bit of nothing, because that's good for the soul. And then I really want to work on my resume stuff. I know I was talking about this earlier in the year, but I basically need to like look into a new job. As much as I don't really want to look into a new job with, like, a lot of stuff going on in the world currently, and I'm in a very stable job. My job is not going to be, like, long-term great for me. I mean, pretty much immediately, but, like, and I need to switch to a job that's not so physically demanding. I don't know. I'll probably try and plan my days off so that, like, I try and work. I'm gonna try and probably work on some productive stuff. Basically, it'll be like my regular weekend days off, where it's like I don't start maybe stream until sometime in the afternoon. So I'll probably try and work on productive stuff in the mornings, and then sometime in the afternoon, I'll probably stream stuff. I will say, if I have to switch tuber software, I will be very excited. There's like gonna be some, downsides to that. But if I switch to Honk, I'll get to do the one thing that Honk does one very specific thing that like none of the other tuber software does, to my knowledge, and that's sound analysis. And I love that. I don't actually understand why none of the other software does that. Like, I would think that if Honk is able to get away with sound analysis, I would think that other ones could get away with it too. But the only other analysis that I'm aware of, like, a lot of them support volume analysis, like very basic, volume comparisons. But most don't support actual, like, sound analysis, and that's something that I think is very cool. Part 38, what the heck? It's true. We've got to part 30. Admittedly, many of the parts are just like a single day. Not all of the parts, but many of them. But she started a wildly successful game studio. True. I can't use any of the sound analysis features because bird mouths only have 2 positions. I mean, cartoon birds don't always only have 2 positions on their bird mouths. It depends on how realistic you want the bird mouth to be. happy with 2 frames. That's fair. Queen, I imagine that like if the queen that Torny did make, if that was expanded upon, that it would mostly be like moving. Would it be like moving the head around, but still the 2 frames? Maybe moving the arms around a little bit. Like I'm trying to think of what other things you would do. Bobbing that, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like I feel like you'd probably just add some movements to be less stiff overall. An intermediate mouth frame. I see. 3 frame mouths. I'm now, okay, you say wing flapping, and I'm thinking, like, so a lot of times, like, the volume metric that's, like, used by a lot of tuber software is mostly used to assume you're, like, screaming, you know, like, so it gets used for, like, angry faces and stuff. I'm now picturing that, like, if your volume gets higher, then it's just aggressively wing flapping, like, what is going on? And just wings just flapping violently. Just... that would be so good.
That would actually work really well. Instead of, like, the mouth being bigger, it's just when it hits a certain volume, the wings start flapping.
Exactly, yeah. Feathers flying. Feathers flying might be harder to pull off. Maybe, I guess you could probably pull it off, again, doing something like Sammy, where you could have one plug, like, you could basically chain events to it. So you'd, like, chain an event of playing maybe a GIF of a feather. Well, I mean, or an animated PNG. An animation of some kind. Not using any of the emote stuff. I mean, you're clearly using, you know, the... yeah, that's an emote slot. It's a shame that Twitch doesn't let you, like, do new lines the same way. Like, you can't... you know, like, on Discord, you could make, like, an emoji that is the hat for another emoji. But you can't really do that the same way on Twitch. Like, you can, but it's less great. Like, we have an Etty wearing a hat. Perfect. Oh, like, Honk lets you have, like, emotion slots. I see.
Like how Ratling had.
My software has emotion slots. My biggest software I was using, my biggest issue with it was that I never came up with a good way to be able to interact with them. So I never really set them up. one of the things that I would like to do is actually like set that up. That is part of why I want to eventually get a bigger Stream Deck, because I have the mini Stream Deck, which is just like only 6 buttons. And when you have to have like one of the buttons usually being like a back button or like a next and back, like usually it's realistically 4 buttons and then like navigational buttons. So makes it hard to be able to have a setup that would let me quickly mess with emotions. Draw on eyebrows. No. Drowning at work today and thought I could play video games and hang out like 6 hours ago. Oh no. Battery, I'm sorry you're drowning at work today. That's no good. I think I put whatever the next size up is on throne, but I also don't like shill the throne or anything very much. I think it has literally like 2 useful things and then a bunch of cat treats. It's one of those things where like if I really wanted it, like I would, I don't know. It's one of those maybe one day things. Toronto! Hey, Toronto. I hope you're doing well today. I do love the sunglasses pout. That is very good. There's like 1 or 2 other ones that I feel like Bjorto normally puts sunglasses on them. They turn out very well. Are they? I think that's the best part about the sunglasses modifier, is that 90% of the time it is not sitting correctly on whatever emote you put it on. Like, the emote would need to be so very specific. Maybe it works for people that do emotes of like their face. I know that there's a lot of people that have like their face as emotes. That's very good. Yeah, you have to actually unlock it, annoyingly. Yeah. Alright, I had to go test. How do you unlock it? You have to go onto your channel. You have to do the point redeem. If you don't have a point redeem set up for it, then you can't unlock it. I think in theory, if you're a tier 3 on a channel, you're supposed to be able to just click any emotes and just select the things. But I think that only works with the native like Twitch emote selector. Because in theory you're always tier 3 to yourself. Because I can't do that on my own. I have to go use the redeem on my own. Lorgan, I like how that one half works. It kind of looks like the Twitch cat's kind of drunk or something. Like doesn't even realize the glasses are on kind of wrong. All right. It has been like 45 minutes of chatting about tuber stuff for the most part. I don't remember. I don't. How did it start? It started because of talking about one thing, and that made me remember that I was gonna like update. I know I started talking about how I'm gonna take time off to update tuber software, but at any rate, oh my gosh, the beanie one is very funny too. Okay, Mika's works very good. That is gold. That is 10 out of 10. That's so good. Okay. I am going to get up real quick, take a little break. Because like it's close to the 1 hour mark. If there's cat treat redeems, maybe we'll do the cat treat redeems, and then I will actually get started on the day. So I'll be back. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Alright, welcome back. I hope that you had a good break. Hello! Welcome on in, Audio, Pixie, and Raider. Gotta go eat? Okay, well, for those that have come in, you don't know me, I am Dwarfhoot, aka Dwarf, aka Ryan. You can refer to me however you wish. Audio, I hope you're having a good food. Hope you had a good bingus. Yeah, to anyone that's sticking around, I am probably gonna go for like a couple of hours or so. We're doing our first playthrough, and we got some stuff to do, but I don't want to get too much into spoiler stuff while we're on the screen. Before I get into it, I was gonna see, do we have any of our treat redeemos? We do. We have, I think 3 out of the 4 treats have been redeemed. Let's see. 2 from Fudge. Maybe all 4. I think all 4 have been redeemed. So we're gonna go ahead and give our boys some Treatos and some pets. Thank you, Jamal, for the pets. And cute possum emotes. That is the cute possum emote. That's true. Alright, so we have... That's from... Minish. The Rituals. Alright. The Ritual... Hello.
You got it? Yeah, good boy.
And then we also have another treat, and then from Fedge a treat to each, and from Queen a treat to each.
Come on, get in the bed. Good boy.
Get in the bed so you can have those Treatos. That's how you get the treats. One Treato. 2 Treato. You barely chewed that one. You don't get his treat just if you eat yours fast enough. That's not how it works. 3 Treato. And... Zaggy.
Yeah, good boys.
And this would be Zagreus on the left and Oliver on the right. Oh. Alright. Before I actually start the game, I'm gonna restart it real quick, so we'll go back to the cats actually for a moment. I have found that if I stay on the main menu for a long time and then start the game, that it, like, is really buggy. So if we stay on the menu for a long time, I just restart before we get going. I mean, I feel like, did I report that to the dev? I've heard that there's a lot of reported bugs. I'm gonna be honest. There's only one bug that I definitively believe I might be the only person to have discovered, and specifically, I found a bug that lets you completely kill the game's UI. And I'm pretty sure it's a reproducible bug. The problem is I don't really care to attempt to reproduce it multiple times. So, there's a follow-up to this bug, which is I don't want to report the bug because reporting the bug would incidentally report a different bug that I have discovered that I'm sure other people have discovered, but I don't want to report the other bug because I love it. And it makes me smile, and I don't want to have it fixed. I don't want it fixed. Oh, yeah, Queen, I saw your message about that. I didn't have a chance to respond. Yeah. You can only modify static emotes. Yeah. I thought that you had an emote version of just the static Queen, but I think you only have it as like an extension emote. But yeah, I thought you had like a static version on your channel too. All right, Etty, I hope that you have a good evening. Day 86. Speaking of spoilers, I think I technically got minor spoilers from Lorgan, because Lorgan streamed today and I had a notification. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Excuse? Master Simon, imagine my surprise upon arriving at the estate this morning, only to discover a second foundation so casually situated among the trees and chirping crickets of the West Grounds. Now, I have never professed to be a skilled draftsman, and maybe this is not as an unintended mistake as it appears. There is a chance that this redundant room is part of some greater strategy I cannot fathom. Or, perhaps more likely, morbid curiosity simply got the better of you. Listen here. However, should that curiosity wane and you come to regret your recent decision, I do. I have been regretting my recent decision. This can of repellent will certainly prove useful. Anne Babbage, house manager.
That is the funniest goddamn thing.
I don't know how to feel about this.
She's like,
She's like,
the game went, yeah, you kind of screwed yourself over here.
Just cut to the Abraham Lincoln whitest kids you know skit. The game just over here like, now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Oh my god. Amazing. Terrible. Fascinating. I wish I have so many feelings about this right now. Can't believe this. Oh my god. Okay. To anyone that came in with the raid that has not been following along with my playthrough, I might have learned that I did a terrible thing recently in our last stream, on account of, we sort of kind of put the thingy in our outer room, and then fun fact, in the original race is not a thing, and you would have bricked it. No, Minish, I think Lorgan was referring to the fact that my repellent didn't work. Yeah, I wonder if repellent didn't exist at all. But I mean, my repellent literally did not work. So yeah, again, to people that weren't here, when I discovered that this did not go away the next day, I remembered. I was like, oh my god, the bug spray. I was like, bug spray removes a room, so maybe we can still use that. Like, surely they wouldn't overlook that. And I had bug spray, but
it was in your coat check.
It was in my coat check because I didn't want it spawning. Normally I don't care about it. I don't want it. And I was like, well, let's just put it in coat check and forget about it. Like, that way I get different items that are spawning instead. So then I was like, okay, we need to get that bug spray. So then I'm drafting, I get a coat check. You know, we even used Banner of the King to just go for blue rooms until I got my coat check back. We got the bug spray, and then I found out that the bug spray didn't work. It just couldn't use it. Nothing was working. So then I was told that it was a known bug that bug spray did not work if it was in your coat check. That my plan today was to actually be digging for finding the bug spray again. Not gonna lie, most of what my plan for this stream was not actually progressing in the game at all. It was just doing that. And whenever we got the room fixed, I was gonna be like, all right, I'm satisfied with this stream. We could even end it right there. Like,
but the game,
I didn't know. We were apparently just going to be handed bug spray and mocked by the manager.
The game goes.
Goodness gracious.
Nelson, point and laugh.
The game, Nelson, point and laugh. You're so right. I think repellent was originally there, but either did not repel outer foundation, or maybe it did, but people did not realize it would work. And there was no note. The pickup animation repellent is maybe what hooks the keyboard trigger to apply it or something. So, and you're not given the pickup animation. I see. It sure would be cool. Is there modding for this game? I don't know if there is or not, but it would be kind of nice if there was like a bug, like if there was a mod that did general like bug fixes. I know there's a few other games when the games go really long periods of times without updates from the devs to fix like egregious bugs. So the community will make like a bug patch up like mod. It would be kind of nice if there was something like that. Amazing. I can't.
Just incredible.
Yeah.
Game calling you out.
It's so true. Hi, Vinny. I'm glad you're live. Oh. No. Brass compass bum. That got that compass bum 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 bum. Alright, we're not gonna take brass compass. We're gonna take the magnifying glass though. That mod is called Fast Prince, makes you walk and dig faster, and it itself has many bugs. Interesting. I gotta say, I'm not super surprised that would have many bugs, because, like, this game really cares about very specific timings, it seems like. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Get out of here! Get out of here! Yeah, get out of here! That's nice. Oh, I guess, for anyone that wants, whatever you want to glean from this is my current inventory. I have been working towards, the blue memos. And I did recently find a memo that told me that I'm missing a permanent edition. So I do know that I'm supposed to have another one, but I have not learned what it'll be yet. So, oh my gosh, I'm so glad. That's like a weight lifted off my shoulders. Like I don't know if I properly conveyed how stressed I was about that. This is one of those the wires aren't really there. This is one of those things where, like, if I were a camera streamer, then you probably would have seen, like, you would have seen me die on the inside when I noticed that door was open. Like, yeah, like, imagine we're flirting might have permanently did something that say that might have caused a misstep. Yeah, like, I mean, we might be. You don't know. I guess technically we're a 2-cam streamer. We got 2-cam.
They just happen to be directed at cats.
It's true. Hi, bird. Bird on the fountain. Bird on the fountain.
Is it a dare bird? Is it a swim bird?
No. You know, that's kind of funny. There is swim bird and dare bird. I guess that's the same bird, because the dare bird, I'm pretty sure, is the swim bird. Not really a toad? It might be. We're we came up with a name the other day. Micah, was it Etty that came up with the name? Somebody came up with a name the other day. I don't remember the name though. I should have written it down. Okay. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I actually don't remember what I was talking about before we saw the bug spray. I'm so glad. Let's see. So this is where we're at progress wise. One day we'll set up a run for the drafting one. I don't know good about that. We were talking about how awesome you are. That's so true. Phil Mal, you so great. I appreciate you, you know. Alright, I mean, we could just start with a breaker box here. We don't have key card, so, like, this would be a... I would also kind of like to start with Parlor, but this feels very safe. I still think it's very interesting that the entrance hall, we have, like, the 3 doors, and the 3 doors are, like, marked. So, like, oh, Jamal, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed Dwarf Moji. I love the Dwarf Moji, and I don't just mean that because they're my emotes. Torny has made me, my partner has made me lots of emote arts over the years that I've appreciated. And Minish made those ones. Minish made some great dumpers. Not many places have 2 dumpers.
That dump at each other.
Yeah. You can go pick other emotes and just put them in between 2 dumpers. You know, where's the... We need to make a command that does the classic Etty getting dumpered. That's always a classic. If you have someone with a pensive face... Just... But yeah, like, this door is, like, 1 panel. This door is, like, 2 panel. And this door is, like, 3 panel. And that's interesting to me. Like, I just feel like... I don't know. That feels like it eventually will mean something. Vinod, who taught Vinod to dumper? Wait a moment. Hold on. Etty Sorbet. Is Etty Sorbet an emo? Wait, is that the No. Canis. Is that an emote? Canis would know. Chat literally. Okay, well, but somebody taught Vinage to put Etty Sorbet there. It's very good. Let's see. I don't really want to spend a gem this early on, but I do kind of love the idea of this being an aquarium here. I think we should parlor. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully parlor doesn't like cause an issue. All right. The statement on the other two boxes are true. I mean, this literally cannot be true. So like, this cannot be true because if this were true, then it would all three boxes would be true, which is not allowed. So this is false. The gems are not in this box. The gems are in the black box. Uh-oh.
Jamaldehyde gifted a tier 1 sub to Vinage_. This is their first gift sub in the channel.
Thank you for the gift sub to Vinny. I have been meaning to gift Vinny for a bit because Vinny does know to use. So if you're familiar with a Niv, the bot that was on Twitch for a long time, Vinage is a successor to a Niv. Made by Etimanim. Laboratory sucks. Laboratory is pretty bad. All right.
So bogged.
I think Forney's dying. Forney might be dead.
Such a stupid response. I love it.
Two statements on the other. Okay, so that's false. The gems are not in this box. Well, these can't both be true. So one of these is true and one of these is false. Or these could both be false. They can't both be true. So the gems are in the black box. Okay. If this is true, then they're there. If this is false, we don't know where they are. The gems are not in this box. If this is... So if they're in the black box, this... Oh. Okay. Alright. We've figured out. They can't be in the black box. If they were in the black box, then we'd run into the all three are true statements problem, which can't happen. So this must be false. So they cannot be in this box. So since this is false, and we know this is false, then this is the only one that's true. The gems are not in this box. And since we know that the gems are not in this box because this must be true, and we know that the gems are not in this box because that would make everything true, then they have to be here. Alright. Let's go this way. A treasure, a closed exhibit this early on? I don't have a thingy. That just seems like a bad idea. All three of these are kind of a problem for me. Like, Treasure Trove doesn't give me anything and costs a gem. Closed Exhibit doesn't get me anything because I can't move through it. And I guess Planetarium gives me stuff, but do I really want another dead end right here, right this minute? This feels bad. This all feels really bad. It's times like this where what I wish we could do is I wish we could, like, not make the decision yet and put this on, like, pause at this door. So, like, I'm not saying that we should be able to, like, just undo this, but I wish we could say, I want to go open the other door and then come back to this one. Like, finish making this decision, like, as it is. Oh. I don't know how that would work. I think you could maybe get away with it if, like, these were, like, stapled to the door kind of thing. Like, you lost your ability to reroll, so you couldn't go find a reroll and come back. I do realize that would also lead to some issues where if these were pulled out of the pool, then obviously that's kind of an issue, because then you could, like, intentionally go to multiple doors to pull things out of the pool. It would probably be okay if you only could do that, like, one at a time. Like, if I left these 3 attached to this door, I couldn't do it to another door. I don't know. I think, given what I have, well, oh, I was gonna go with closed exhibit, because given what I have, we could potentially come back to closed exhibit. I mean, if we find a security room, that's okay. However, planetarium, I actually, it has a die and an apple that I can get right now. I can't access the other 2 things we have in it. So the box we can't access currently, and I don't have a shovel. But we can get the die, and we can get the apple. So, like, that's like a tangible thing I can get out of it. And the die would at least help prevent me from walking. My concern right now is that if I don't play closed exhibit, then we're kind of, like, very easily getting ourselves locked out of progressing. However, the planetarium offering a die means we at least get, like, more of a chance to not lock. Yeah, I think we take that. Is it the correct choice? I don't know, but it's the one we're taking. What do we got? Starwise 52. I have been underground. There is a spoiler chat if anybody's interested in this playthrough. If you do want to join a spoiler chat for this run, there's one on my Discord that I have pinned a link to it, so you don't have to navigate the Discord, but there's a pinned link to it in the general chat. But I have some oh, speaking of quests, we actually got an update. Okay, well, yeah, we probably take laboratory. Before I forget, let's update this. Are we on day 86? Yes, we are. All right. Now, it's possible that we got the last letter. But it's also possible we did not get the last letter, so... So if we see the opportunity to get more letters, we're still gonna go for it at least one more time. But we were not given that opportunity. So yeah, I think we'll go for more gold. We don't need like a ton more permanent gold, but I do kind of like the idea of having enough of allowance so that if we got like an early showroom, we'd be able to just buy it out, because that seems like it would really benefit the run. Like, I mean, heck, we could even maybe start showroom. Like, if we found the like showroom in the conservatory, we could put it as an early thing. Why not be rich if you could be rich? Exactly. Probably that. And then we can just already go to secure. We can log in. What? Two trunks? Like, what do you mean 2 trunks, 1 trunk? Excuse me? The hell do you mean 2 trunks, 1 trunk? That's just called 3 trunks. I know where we left the wind-up key. And I know that there's 1 trunk that's in the planetarium. I don't know where that apple is, though. Unless the apple's in here, maybe. We ate the apple that was in the other room, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I didn't see the apple. That's... Not an apple in here? Oh! Wait, that's 1 trunk. Was it 2 trunk or 1 trunk? I don't want to waste the step going back. Or 3 trunk. We just go popper. What? Do you not want pet? I thought I saw you up here. No? Oh. Yes. Got. Ooh. I don't really want to lose half my steps, but also, like, weight room pretty good. Alright, have a good sourdough.
Love the sourdough.
I do love sourdough. Sourdough's pretty awesome. I don't really want to use the gem, but I do like how that would all be connected. Ooh, Sparris. We don't really need real security on account of we've been in... Oh, but this would be another mech room. Like 1, 2, 3. Oh, but I'd be using a gem. We'll go Sparris for now. It's not... If this was, like, flipped around, go with that. For now, Sparris. Oh! That's what I was talking about. Okay. This is where we got some sort of potential minor spoilers for Lorrigan from Lorrigan. I say potential minor spoilers because Lorrigan, what was it? It was like looking... I don't know if it was looking for a memo from this room. But, like, that seems like it would be odd because I don't think the room's blue originally. Unless the room counts as blue originally. But then why couldn't we get it? I don't know. Mostly, this actually led me to two thoughts. I don't remember exactly what the live message was, but it had to do with the spare room. But it made me wonder. I have been under the assumption, which I'm still going to be acting under until I can rule it out. But I've been under the assumption that when I eventually get the opportunity to play this room in rank 8, we're still going to be able to find a blue memo in it. Because it was originally a blue room. However, I will say I'm questioning whether or not that's actually going to be the case because of this room. But I never thought that this would be like a room that'd have a blue memo in it anyway, because this room was white to begin with. I don't think any of the options for it were blue. I didn't think. I thought the options were like it could be a spare corridor or something, like a spare hallway or a spare terrace, or I don't remember what the other option was. I do kind of wish we could like relook at what the upgrade options were. That'd be kind of cool. Oh. Observatory. Ooh, well. Oh, that's tough. Okay. Observatory would be fine, but we would be limiting... Like Den would get us a gem. And give us 2 directions to go in. I think Den is the safer choice. I really want Observatory because Observatory like lets us potentially re-roll. Being able to re-roll on the fly is very powerful. I feel like Observatory might arguably be one of the most powerful rooms in the game. Like, welcome back. I hope you have delicious sourdough. Now, I like that if we put a den here, we get really good benefit from like the fact that it's a T-shaped room, and we need more gems right now. But this is a perfectly fine observatory placement, and getting star power is just so good. I think we're gonna have to take observatory. Like, I think observatory is just so good. Like, it's just hard to pass up if it's not like if it's dead ending or something. That's a problem, but this isn't dead ending. I don't really want to put. I don't want to waste aquarium there. I think this would probably be a fine spot for Nook. I mean, Boudoir gets us another gem, which we do need the gem, but we also do need keys. We have 0 keys currently. So 0 keys is not good. And Cornfield was playing. Was that last night? I think it was last night. Maybe it was 2 nights ago. When she was playing, she was commenting that she feels like this will somehow be a pattern. Like, it's so visually distinct. Like, it's like, okay, here's colors that are very relevant to the game. You know, a white, a purple, a red, a blue. That could be black, yeah. Like these are so visually distinct that it could be an important pattern of some kind. I could see it. I don't really know how we would like make use of this, but it is situated in a part where it's like very much highlighted by that lamp, and it does feel very like it doesn't feel like random chaos. Like, these books feel more random, kind of. You know, on the version of this that's on the main menu, there's like number-looking things on the side of it. Maybe we need to zoom in. Alright. Alright, magnifying glass. Let me zoom in. No, you're not gonna go for it? You're not gonna zoom in on this for me? No? Alright. Alright, fine. I see how it is. I'm gonna go this way. Why are you facing that way, morning room? I mean, I know why, but like, I would like it if you faced the other way. Also, what the heck? The only... What's this reroll? Ooh, West Wing Hall. Yeah. I love West Wing Hall. Commissary would be pretty sweet. You know, it's kind of fascinating. Like, the starting with 4 gems because of playing a morning room in a run is surprisingly good. Like, I think it's because, like, 4 gems is kind of the amount you need to not really need to worry about your beginning rooms, and then you'll probably obtain gems while you're doing stuff. Like, it's like that sweet spot. I feel like who gets the money? I think we do. I think in the reality of things, our allowance is our own money. I think the money just goes back to the house, and then they use that money to like do upkeep, and then they pay us with our own money. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is go to the commissary, because being able to get major items plus whatever else is just better than the other two, ultimately. And you have some money. If you know what? If you want to hop on over this counter, you can have whatever's in the register. That's fine. I'm sure Simon would be okay with it. So yeah, we're just gonna take all these, of course. Some kind of platformer. Part of me wonders, because I want to test out theories with the super shovel. Part of me wonders if I should be doing the we can like order things to force them to spawn here. But I feel like forcing a shovel to spawn here feels terrible. I wonder if a battery okay, next time we're at a terminal, we'll check if we can have a battery sent to the shop. Because that's been the piece that I'm missing most of the time. Like, we can get shovels from green rooms. We're really low. We didn't get food from the commissary. Ah. Oh, God. Oh, I should not have walked in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's fine. We'll just go up. Shaw. Yeah, we probably want to go this way. Do we want to do lower ranks before we move up? Why do you always come up when I haven't placed as many thingies as I can? How many more thingies can I even place? Okay, so you would be 1. Utility closet, laboratory, boiler room. So that'd be 4. And I really want to place you with 8. I want you to be the 8th. So we need to have like pool so that we can have the pump room. I don't even know what else is a mech thing. Foyer. Of course, Den's facing the wrong way. Foyer would be good, especially because of our key shortage. So let's do that. Let's check. Nice. What other rooms are mech rooms? Like, are there even 8? Are we gonna be able to do this without the Chamber of Mirrors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Okay, well there's 7 and Mechanarium is like lower, so I guess that there's definitely 8 ones to do, because there's 8. Wow, there's like exactly 8. Terrible. You're on day 86, and I played half that. 43 days in one stream today. Well, you know, some people play at different paces, Lorgan. Also, you speedrun the game. Like, you literally go out of your way to play this game fast. We learned something about you recently. What did we learn? What did we learn? We learned... What did we learn? We learned something. J. Ariana. We learned...
Something about the stamp?
Oh, yeah, it was the stamp. You're like the leader of Araja or something, or you're related to like the royalty of Araja. I do wonder, like, originally when I first encountered this room, I assumed that these were like in some sort of specific order, like I don't know, like the order of people living here or something. But now I don't know if that's true. You are the father of the... So you're like our... Not grandfather. Some... Maybe? See, our mother's father's father. So you're a great-grandfather. Baron Edwin Sinclair. E.S. I don't think we know who you are. I don't remember learning anything about a Baron Edwin Sinclair. I still, to this day, do not trust these finger-pointing statues. Like, these are gonna have some sort of secret meaning. We'll eventually figure out what it is. Morning room. Why you always gotta be pointing the wrong direction? Again, I know why. Why? We do pantry here. That's fine. Those hands are in the book maze that inspired this. Very cool. Not very cool. That is super duper not cool. Just a fun fact. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll take pool because we need the locker room. Okay, do we have a Smashy? We have a Smashy, and I did not Smashy things. We really should have gone back after. That's okay. I do like that would be pump room, and that's another thing to Mechanarium. I don't like that would be like kind of locking us a little bit. I do like courtyard, which might give us a shovel. I think shovel! Shovel! You got a shovel. I love shovel. Okay, hidden coin wasn't there. Why were we beep? Oh, was shovel beeping? I guess it's metal. That makes sense. Why wasn't the nail beeping? Trying what do we get? Garage would give us keys. It is powered. I don't particularly love the idea of garage here though. We are low on keys. Oh, that's tough. Like, I don't like garage here for a handful of reasons. I would rather garage be higher up in general. But I guess it's close to foundation. That's not helpful either. Yeah. The keys are safe. And we have car keys. Yeah. What? What? Why did I get a battery pack? Did I, like, click that on accident? Was it here? That was very strange. I must have accidentally double-clicked. It is, like... That threw me off for a moment. Okay. Well, that's cool. That means we're just a broken lever away from being able to make the, thingy. The thingy. Shook the battery through the trunk wall. Yeah, I guess. I know there's nothing in here, but... The heck? Did you see those keys just, like, fall out of existence? And you... Mr. Acronym. I mean, I was, like, I think mashing click to grab the thing, but, or to like, put the keys in, but I didn't intentionally click, like, I didn't intentionally click once the keys were in. Something wins. No, something. No. Geese. We need, like, a kitchen or something. Wow. This is tough. No. I guess we'll take treasure trove. I like the treasure trove, like, keeps everything moving forward. We need to add to our treasure trove increment. 21. I don't know if I should open that yet. We only have 4 keys. Not like a lot of extra spending keys. I love attic, but we're not really wanting dead end stuff right this second. Oh, I have a secret garden key. Oh. Yeah, we can secret garden key, I think. Or should we wait a little bit longer? Can we put a conference room here? If we could put a conference room here, that would be so cool. I do want a workshop. Okay. Huh! Oh, shit. Oh! We get to make thingy. Okay. Alright. We have a thingy. This means I can go test the theory. We can test the theory.
We have the bonkers.
We have the bonkers. We apparently have the bonkers per tourney. Ooh. Oh, we only have 2 exits from you, but I mean, that's fine. What theory? So I want to... Oh, that's rude. I know, I really need steps, which is kind of why I wanted to, place a secret garden. Allowance has been raised. And we're a little luckier. Let's place the thing here. Well, I will show you the theory shortly. I think the smartest thing here might be the Bodor. It's a shame we didn't get aquarium there. We could go morning. Yeah, let's go here. Let's grab some gemeralds. Let's grab. Oh, I like that this room has a rabbit's foot in it, like pretty regularly. Not all the time, it doesn't seem like, but like pretty regularly it's in here. Lock? Yes. Secret garden key. Secret garden key. I'll take that apple. Thank you. Okay. Is that a secret agent? It was. Yes. I think about that every single time I see secret garden key. It'd be nice to have like a showroom so that we could, you know, buy like a spoon. Ivory dice. Ivory dice. Ivory dice. Okay, let's just get tons of ivory dice. Love that for us. Okay. Yeah, I think we powered on garage from the utility closet, right? I just didn't open the door. Yeah. Oh, we need to be on the lookout. We need to keep our bananas peeled for bananas. I don't see any. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, look out. Twitch is telling me it's going to be a break time in a moment. We'll take a break when that starts. Yeah, there's a theory. Okay, so dining room, very good. I never found like a special use for the super shovel, even though we have special use for the super smashy. So it occurred to me recently that we might be able to use it, since it mentions it's for like excavation. I thought that maybe we would be able to use it to like remove rubble. I don't know if we actually will be able to or not, but ooh. Ooh. Not for more shell shards than I have, I guess only cause. Okay. Alright, Vinny, whatever you say. Okay, it is break time, so we'll wait. I don't think there's anything in these two that are stay open, yeah. Alright, we'll pause here. We will be back in just a few minutes. All right, welcome back. Hope everyone had a good break. Treat Time Deadly, I have terrible news about you being gone during Treat Time. We did Treat Time earlier. We did Treat Time closer to the 1 hour mark. There was no Treat Time in Peak VOD. This is true. We will have to make up those treats too, because normally when I don't do a treat time, like if I don't get to it in a stream and I have to end, I do like I refund all redeems. But I did accidentally click the other one. I forgot that yesterday's was peak. And when I was starting stream today and I saw that there were unclaimed things, I was like, what? We did things. Because my memory was of the stream before that. So, I accidentally cleared the ones yesterday, and then I remembered after the fact that I did not, in fact, that it was Peak instead of Blueprints. Like, basically, I had the memory of doing them during the last Blueprint stream, and, like, just completely forgot that yesterday was Peak. We'll have to maybe do some makeup treats. All redeems. Highlight my message does not go into the redeem queue. I guess it could go into the redeem queue, but that seems like it would be very silly. It was a pretty good time. Wait, where am I going? This is one way to do it. I wanted to go at the garage. Oh, I guess because I wanted to place that room down. Okay, that's fine. Where did I just get binged? I just got binged somewhere. I got bedinged. I don't know where I got bedinged, but somewhere I got bedinged. This is the downside to keeping like a bunch of streams pinned in another browser. I don't know where I was bedinged. And most of the other streams I've opened I'm not watching. And by most of I mean all of right now. Alright. Let's go up, left. Yeah. Oh, this is up. It's up. Any fruit? I'll say fruit. A banana! That's a fruit.
Bananular.
That is bananular. The garage door, that's a fruit. Fruit? Can we... Why can't I go that way? Oh, hey, that's cool. Okay, this actually answers another question. I was wondering if the only, like... I was kind of wondering if we'd be able to go there if these were played on the other sides of each other, and the answer is no. So to, like, it... I don't know if there's any benefit to, like, seeing the back side of that. It's fascinating to me that the backside of this is exposed, and I'm just trying to understand if there's any benefit to it being exposed. Like, in what scenario would it be helpful to be able to get to the backside, but not, like, you wouldn't just be able to flip the whole thing? The only thing I can think of is maybe, like, that's helpful for, the like day one thing, because that would mean you could open both doors on day one, but I don't really know why that would be particularly like useful. Like, I don't know, we gotta mess with the day one seed. That'll be, I guess, a future thing to do. I don't have as many steps as I would like to have. Yep. Oh. That's so sad. Dang. I was feeling like we were pretty smart and that we were going to be able to clear this rubble away. I still kind of, for thoroughness sake, I do want to check the other rubble spots. Just because I don't remember checking them before, and that really felt like it would be a thing. No secret digging over here. One more over here. No. Oh, that's... What you hiding over there, game? What you hiding over there? Hmm? You got, You got some secrets over there, game? You got a little bit of secrets over there? Just a little bit of, you know... Magic wall? Magic mirror wall thing? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Game's over here like, I'm not hiding nothing. Hi. Hello. Zach, are you being tormented by Oliver? He's like, I am. Alright, so the other rubble spot... There's one this way, and then there's one this way. I really should have gone back through the foundation for the other one. We can check this one real quick. Okay, can this rubble be interacted with? No. Alright, well, I'm not having high hopes about the other rebel. I don't have a key card to summon the elevator from the underside. So instead of checking by going in this entrance, I am going to go back into the place and look for the keys and fruits from the other, like there's a bunch of things I need to open on this side. And then once we get to the foundation, we'll take it down. Dang. I was feeling like we had finally found a use for the super shovel. Love to see kitties getting along well enough to groom each other. Yeah, they have an interesting relationship. Oliver was very parent-like to Zag, because Zag was brought home as a very young kitten. Which was all fine and dandy, except that eventually, you know, both got older. Oh. Now sometimes they groom each other lovingly. Sometimes they groom each other to annoy each other. They got a lot of things going on. I think we mostly bought out the commissary. Do we see at a... Oh, there's that chest. Okay, yeah, we gotta go in here. Any fruits? Any fruits? No fruits. Yours do okay together? That's good. Yeah, I've lucked out in the various cats I've had throughout the years, and I've never had any that like completely did not get along. Like at worst, I've had a cat that just like didn't really. Back when I lived with my mom, she had a few cats, and there was like one that didn't necessarily like want to socialize with the other cats, but like there was never like a negative relationship. It just ooh, we got some keys. Key. Yeah. I'm having a good evening. I hope you're having a good time as well. I wonder if this one trunk counts as multiple trunks. Because it had 4 gems in it, which I don't think I've ever seen 4 gems in a trunk before. That's kind of suspicious. That's kind of suspicious. I should have gone through that one first, but I forgot that it didn't connect the same way. That's okay. Hold on. Yeah, it's pretty chill. Let's see. I want to go back. Security. Alright, let's go... Okay, first of all, let's view inventory. So there's still 1 trunk missing. And then there's... Now, it's interesting. I never realized before, but it, like, very clearly states 3 fruit and then 1 apple. Like, I'm surprised apple gets its own, so, like, we have 1 apple and 2 other fruit. I can see why it would do that, just because apples have so many unique properties to them. But it seems a little odd to me. Like, it doesn't list every single item in general. So, I don't know. Whatever has to do with, like, how they spawn or a trigger, yeah. I see you, Pupper. Now, there's the 1 apple. Oh, there wasn't a dig spot this time. Oh, now that's tough. I think I take the sauna, though. Oh! I'm an idiot. We could have put the sauna in rank 8. Why am I like this? Like, I've been so careful about trying to not place rooms that I want to put in rank 8, and like, I just completely forget, like, oh, sauna, okay, sure, why not? It's in a good dead-end spot, like... Any fruit? Any fruit? Any fruit? 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 We could go up to Secret Garden. I can't go up to here. Yeah, I have to go this way. What? Excuse me. What is the game going on about? This is a second apple. It told me there was one apple. This is 2 apple. This is literally greater than 1. This is not 1 apple. 2. This is a second apple. This was an existing room, Matt. Like this was literally an existing room at the time of it telling me that. I have thoughts. Thoughts, I say.
And brains.
Green memos and blue boxes are sometimes false. I like how this means nothing. Like this already doesn't really mean anything, but also it's like a red memo, so it means even more nothing. Ideally we place the pump room like a room higher. So I think we do chapel here. Like this would be a good location for pump room. Ballroom. Okay. I don't want to go in the ballroom quite yet. We got a lot of gems, so hold on. Vault. I don't think we've had vault in rank 8, so that would also be a good one. Let's leave those for after we go through a ballroom. Yep. Attic we've had all three of these actually, so we can reroll. They're all fine. Hallways are unlocked, I think, so Great Hall is a lot of stuff, but it's not a rank 8 room, and we have 10 dice, oh my god. Vault! We were just talking about Vault. Alright, boom, get Vault. Okay, that's also a dead end, so let's, finish going through this way. Dovecote. Oh, plump. Yeah, let's do classroom. Classroom here. Which will have an apple. And then let's see what this ends up being. Break room. None of these are things I'd want here. We've done office. We've done storeroom. Let's reroll again. I don't think we did rotunda or music room. Yeah, because I was going to do rotunda that one time, but I couldn't because I foolishly didn't have any gems. So I think rotunda would be really good here. So yeah, let's go ahead and do rotunda. And then I think what I'm gonna do is... Oh, I didn't go open that thingy. That's okay. Do we go in rotunda now? Like, I need to get back to dining room. I think I want to do that before I progress too much. So let's go... I need to go into rank 8 first. So let's do vault. This kind of looks like a thing. Like, look at that. It's like making a symbol. I'll make sure this is right. Sunday, January 31st. Sunday, January 31st. We're still correct. Good. Good. If I were gonna hide a thingy. The question is, you think they hit it so that it requires that I have opened, like, some of the vaults? Because that would be really rude. I would think that they wouldn't do that, personally. I never noticed you could shut these again. Interesting. Well, the family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits. The what now? The family core is unlocked by the sum of its digits. I don't think that's... No, It's not ringing any bells, at any rate. Oh, should be to the right of office. It should be office. Here. Hmm. I will say I'm a little bit bummed that the money in this doesn't replenish. Like, I don't know. I feel like it would have been a nice permanent upgrade if you know, opening all of these ends with you making this room worth twice as much as it was worth. The family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits. Well, so the family core is probably like the family crest, right? With the year that we've learned is actually 4 separate numbers written in Roman numerals. So then what, you're supposed to add those numbers together? I don't... that doesn't really mean anything to me, though. Well... Nice. Alright. Where are they hiding on here? There's not a lot of places to hide stuff in here. So... it's either with the piano, or it's not with the piano. There we go. The majority of gems found in the house are artificially produced.
Mm-hmm.
We did know this. They're produced by the flowers. By the gem flowers. Everything in the world is either with the Blueprints piano or not with the Blueprints piano. This is true. This is true. Existence can be like kind of summed up like that. Ballroom Blitz. Ballroom Blitz. Man in the back said everyone attack, and it turned into a ballroom blitz. What, girl in the corner. Something, ignore her. And it turned into a ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz. I think Clock Tower is one that we haven't gotten a blue card. Also, if the blue card in Clock Tower is in the secret room, I'm going to be really irritated. That's just gonna... that's gonna cause me so much irritation. Does this mean much to me? I think we've done library. Let me go check real quick. Yeah, library was the one about the hall pass. We can put the library up there. I don't know if I'll go in it this second, because I want to go back to Rotunda. I'd like to do the pump station. Alright, Rotunda, where's your thingy? Is it not in the Rotunda? That's gonna be very annoying. Oh, there it is. There are 4 different methods to rotate rooms. Okay. Do we know... Okay, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. So, Rotunda, Dovecote, the Ornate Compass...
What's that regular method?
It's a regular method?
No, there's some blessing, right? That lets you
Oh, the ballerina or something like that? Yeah, yep. I think that's all for it. You're right. I forgot about that. It was really nice when I had it, though. Man, I wish we could have, like, double blessings. I think I probably have said that before, because I wish... Like, there's so many good blessings. And it would be nice if we could combine them. Alright, so Rotunda... I think Rotunda was like an addition or something, right? So it's probably not going to be on the main one. Oh, is Rotunda just one of the main ones? Why did I think it wasn't? Oh, yep, there it is. There it is. All right, we're doing pretty good at getting these filled in. I'm pretty happy with this progress so far. Wait, why do I not have study listed? We definitely got the one from the study. Why do I not have it here? Drawing room, library, crafting studio, secure. I don't know if I put it in the wrong spot, but I definitely got the study. Hold on, I need to scroll back through my notes. Oh, I found it. I think because it was, like, not really useful information, and I just kept going when we got it. That's what I got before. Storeroom. Storeroom, I know we did. Well, obviously we did it, but where's storeroom on here, so I can make sure I put that in here. Storeroom. Yeah, there we go. Alright. It'll be real difficult to get room 46 into rank 8, but you know, we'll find a way. Alright. Which direction is this facing? I don't really have enough steps to easily, like, go get the, crown. I think we'll go through here. Walk-in closet we've done. Conference room we've done. So let's re-roll, because none of these are helpful. Rumpus room I don't think we've done, and it directly takes us to the next one. Okay, Rumpus room. Rumpus room is the one that we we're going to do that somebody who shall remain nameless, but was me, accidentally died in the middle of trying to go through the rumpus room like a fool. Oh man, no. Oh, never mind. Okay. I'm looking real quick. I want to see where. I guess you can't see. I'm looking at my notes right now. Pump room. I was trying to make sure pump room didn't cost a gem. Oh, I don't think it tells me if it costs a gem here or not. I'll check the actual thing in a second. But we'll put rumpus room here. I think rumpus room's a good option. And then let me go check pump room. You don't cost a thing. Pump room, you don't. Okay, nice. All right, rumpus room. If that is your real name. Oh, all right. The real Azara was an Arajan soothsayer who belonged to the royal court of Ares. Oh. He was banished from the realm in the 15th year of Erija for a prophecy that did not come to pass. Okay, so now, assuming, if we assume that we have one of these situations where like Alzara like was in fact mystical, and I mean this game, I think this game is tricky because we do have situations where it implies that like there is some sort of magicalness to this world. You know, I mean, heck, the way the house works and everything, but also the game oftentimes implies that like it's more of like a science fantasy where like
this is just how the world works.
Well, not necessarily just that, but like there is science to it. Like it's not like there's been implications that when things were talking about like magic people, that was just like people that weren't very scientific talking about scientific people. Like there was like some implications of stuff like that going on. In like the academy stuff was talking about like, you know, there's an understanding to like a quantumness of drafting. Like so there's been really mixed information as far as to whether there's actual magicness or if it's supposed to be like just science or a little bit of both kind of thing. I feel like if we say that Alzara was potentially actually magical or had some ability to see into the future, then it would stand that maybe the prophecy that did not come to pass did come to pass, and the royal court didn't want to let anyone know it happened. Like, you know, it would be the classic, the royalties like, no, that didn't happen. Nope. Alzara...
a prophecy that they did not want it to come to pass.
Mm-hmm.
And one that would not happen in, like, their lifetimes or whatever. A far future prophecy. And so they banished him to be like, don't you fucking let anyone know about this.
Well, I mean, this is saying he's banished for a prophecy that did not come to pass. So this is, this is saying that the prophecy was supposed to have happened and did not happen. However, I think you are on another path with this that would make sense. So I think there's either A, they're claiming it didn't happen, but it did happen, or B, it was a prophecy that they mistook for thinking it was going to happen soon, but the reality is it was going to happen, like, farther down the road. So, like, for example, I think we learned that, like, people think that one royal family, like, died out, but it didn't, whereas, like, another royal family is dead, like, because there was a thing that was saying, like, oh, this one family died at this one thing. So, like there's a lot of ways you could take this, where it's just, the prophecy actually is true, but people don't realize it because of some bad information that people have. Yeah, or is misinterpreted. Exactly, that's another. So, I don't know, I think there's a lot you can take from this one. Did I screenshot this? No, I did not. I got very invested in it. I gotta say, I do really wish that there were more Alzara things. Like, I feel like I didn't find the room that many times. Like it. I don't know. I guess the problem is the easiest way to have had more Alzara content would have been to break up the existing content into more pieces. Which, obviously, like, I don't want that, but that would have been one of the easiest ways to do it. I don't actually remember. And because it wasn't something I can, like, easily review, I don't really have it noted. I probably should have done, like, a clip after each one and saved the clips, but I didn't, so... I don't know. I guess I think it would have been kind of nice if there was a bit more Alzara stuff. I almost wish there would have been stuff kind of like the blue, you know, like these blue tent hints, where, like, after the original things, like, Alzara could just have, like, maybe some one-off information, you know, which all would be like the letters too. I guess there's a lot of mechanics like this, because there's, you know, there's the letters, there's the blue tents. I guess, I don't know. How would you do it in a way that's like prophecies still, I guess? I used to love backgammon. I made a backgammon board in high school. At I don't know, some class project that was like, make something from a period of time. And so we remember cutting a bunch of wood, sanding a bunch of wood, making a backgammon board, and then I made clay pieces. The fact that they can't be reviewed at will kind of implies that they aren't important or not accurate. I don't think I would agree that that's the implication. The game doesn't let you review most things at a whim. Like we have to we have to like screenshot these notes if we want to review them. It's not like they're just saved in the... Like, this game could easily... Actually, I would argue this is like a missing quality of life. We should be able to, in the room directory, click on a room. If we found the blue memo for a room, which the game knows if we found it because you have to click on it, right? If we found it, it should let us just review that memo whenever we want from the room directory. I think that's a very valid, perfectly fine thing that the game could do as like a quality of life. That's the kind of thing that I think it bothers me. Like stuff like that. I know we've talked about like what games should and shouldn't, like debatably offer as like big puzzle games in terms of like stored information. I think that is perfectly fine. I think any document thing that you read should always be saved. And I think while you could make arguments against a lot of things like random scraps of paper, it's like, where do you even store that? How do you let the player re-access that? I think the blue memos that are tied to the rooms have a very simple answer to that. Anyway, mail room is not what I was planning on going for, because I was going to try and get pump room. However, I like the idea of mailroom a lot. I don't think I've done it. I'm checking real quick. Okay, mailroom. No, we've not done mailroom. Yeah, let's go for mailroom then, Because we're already gonna have to do we're gonna have to do the swimming pool again for another one. One of these letters was definitely like one the thingy I hadn't seen. Oh, this was the one I was looking at last. That's right. Now, Etaris Yana. Et is probably one of our words. Et is east. So east. Aries just land, maybe? East land? Oh. Only 6 of the notorious red letters were addressed to Herbert S. Sinclair. I think we already knew that, but we can confirm this in just a moment. First of all, let's go put the screenshot here. Second of all, let's go look at the red letters. 1 to Herbert Sinclair. Okay. Okay, we have another 1 to Herbert Sinclair. It's 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, now that's interesting.
Hmm?
That is interesting. The missing letter must be to Herbert Sinclair. Interesting, interesting, interesting. This run is mostly good. Kind of did pretty much everything we set out to do in it. I mean, we did more. Really, I was just starting this run today to hope to find bug spray. And we ended up starting the run with bug spray, so that was cool. Like, we could look for, like, time-based rooms. We could try and end the run in the break room. That would be good.
Get your key card.
Yeah, start tomorrow with a key card. Oh, but I could also go end the day. I could go end the day in the planetarium for the stars. That'd be good. Can we get a showroom? I would like a showroom and to get, like, another necklace. Let's re-roll for showroom. We got a bunch of re-rolls, why not, you know? I will also accept, like, freeze your assets, something. Yeah, show your room. Ooh, clock tower.
It is blue.
Well, that it being blue doesn't matter. Because that only applies to this one specific row.
The previous ring.
Yeah. If we take Clock Tower, then we get a bunch of starting keys tomorrow, which is nice. I mean, we'll already get, like, 3, I think. 4? Yeah, we'll get 4 starting keys tomorrow, and that's pretty cool. We'll take that. What ads? Oh my god. We're literally about to end. This is tough. Do I end the day on the planetarium to keep trying to get my star count up more? Or do I end the day in the break room for a key card? Which, like, admittedly, guaranteed key card is, like, very powerful. God, I can't tell. I'm leaning towards planetarium because despite how powerful the key card is to start with, I really need to get my star count up. I want to see what happens when we hit the next milestone, and I want to do that thing underground, which is going to require us to have a very specific amount of stars. So we need to like do a run to plan for that. I think I'm going to intentionally set that up, maybe on my next weekend. That's one of the next like big things I feel like that we could do. I feel like that's like a reasonable, actionable goal. All right, yeah. So let's get out of here. Rotunda, hardly nunda. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 50. Thanks. Oh, I was gonna try the other rubble. Oh. Do I have enough steps? I'm gonna be mad if I don't try it. Nope. Alright, Super Shovel. Starting to really feel like the worst item. I mean, maybe that's a bit of exaggeration. There are, like, plenty of pretty bad items, but Super Shovel feels very bad. It is a 2-bed bird. That's a 2-bed bird right there. Nice. Alright. 42 rooms. Not bad. Could have been better, but that's okay. Rank reached 9. Steps taken 128. Items found 13. The Mount Holly Garden Chateau of Tomorrow. 5 green rooms. 6 tomorrow rooms. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good day. Alright, I think we're gonna go over to Etty, who is doing some UFO 50. Game, you want to finish saving though? There it goes. All right. Let's head over. Thank you to everyone that was hanging out tonight. This was a good bloop. I don't play blueprints on my work days very often. In part because usually I'm not going into the days typically with like a goal in mind. Part of why I was okay with playing blueprints tonight is because I didn't really plan on like doing a full day. My plan from the beginning was to go look for bug spray. We were just gonna grind some days just trying to find bug spray. My plan was to basically try and get the Lost and Found, because that's the only place, that and Tool Shed. Well, I can't get Tool Shed. So, like, I was basically just going to look for that item, because that seemed like it was the only thing that made sense to me to work. So, I think it's very funny that the game gave us the item. It's also very funny to me that the game, like, I don't know if it waits some random amount of days, or... Because, like, it didn't give us the item the very first day that we realized there was an issue. It gave it to us, like, after we had a day to kind of sweat about it. It was very rude, but also very funny. Oh, it's ending. Okay, goodbye.